competence and excellence. It says, seest thou a man diligent in his business, leaves you with an assurance, he shall stand before kings, he shall not stand before average, ordinary, or mean men. You want to rise beyond the average in life and destiny for the sake of the kingdom, you must be diligent. A diligent preacher will be a great preacher. A diligent businessman will be a great businessman. A diligent politician will be a great politician. Everybody say competence. What is competence? Mastery. We just finished a series on striving for mastery. Listen to it again. You must become a master at something, otherwise shame and reproach will always be within the corridor of your destiny. Make up your mind that you are not given the assignment of being and knowing everything, but as far as the things that pertain to the area of your call and destiny is concerned, please hold it with mastery and take away shame from your life. Genesis chapter 41. We'll jump the verses because of time. Give us verse 14, and then we'll jump to 29 down to 33 and then 37. We're jumping, we're examining the life of Joseph. Ready? 14. Then Pharaoh sent and called Joseph, and they brought him hastily out of the dungeon, and he shaved himself and changed his raiment and came unto Pharaoh. To 29 now, 29 to 33. Behold, there come 7 years of plenty. He's interpreting the king's dream now. Throughout all the land of Egypt. We're reading to 33. Next verse. And there shall arise after them 7 years of famine, and all the plenty shall be forgotten in the land of Egypt, and the famine shall consume the land. 31. And the plenty shall not be known in the land by reason of the famine following, for it shall be very grievous. 2 more verses. And for that the dream was doubled unto Pharaoh twice, it is because the thing is established by God, and God will shortly bring it to pass. The last verse, and then we'll jump to 37. Now therefore, look at him bringing a solution now. Let Pharaoh look out for a man discreet and wise, and set him over the land of Egypt. 37. And the thing was good in the eyes of Pharaoh and in the eyes of all his servants. Next verse. And Pharaoh said unto his servants, can we find such a one as this is, a man in whom the Spirit of God is? Next verse. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, for as much as God has shown thee all this, there is none so discreet and wise as thou. May that be your testimony in the name of Jesus Christ, that we will search and honestly come to the conclusion that you are truly exceptional, that we will say your kind is rare in the name of Jesus Christ. Next verse please. And Pharaoh, okay, thou shalt be over my house, and according unto my word shall all my people be ruled. Look at instant honor that came because of competence and excellence. It says, only in the throne will I be greater than thou. Next verse. We're reading to 46. And Pharaoh said unto Joseph, see, I have set thee over all the land of Egypt. And Pharaoh took off his ring from his hand and put it upon Joseph's hand, and arrayed him in vestures of fine linen, and put a gold chain about his neck. And he made him to ride in the second chariot which he had, and they cried before him, bow the knee, and made him ruler over all the land of Egypt. 3 more verses. And Pharaoh said to Joseph, I am Pharaoh, and without thee shall no man lift up his hand or foot in all the land of Egypt. Look at this. And Pharaoh called Joseph's name Zavnath Paneah, and he gave him to wife Asenath, the daughter of Potipharah, the priest of On. And Joseph went out over all the land of Egypt. Last verse. And Joseph was how old? Wow. And Joseph was 30 years old when he stood before the king of Egypt. When they put the ring, when Joseph began to do exploits at a national level, he was 30 years old. That means there is no excuse. And for those of you who are saying, 30 years, okay, that's old. What of Joash, who was king at age 8, Josiah, king at age 9. They were all kings, as small as they were. A child is not just a child in age. A child is a child in knowledge. Are we together now? Yes. You must embrace a life of competence and excellence. 2 more. Number 6. Am I right on that? Number 6. Be disciplined and focused. This is a big one. I can spend the entire night dealing with this issue of discipline and focus. There is no glorious destiny for any man and any woman that will compromise on the power of discipline and focus. Isaiah chapter 50, please. Isaiah chapter 50 and verse 7. Let's hurry up, media. 50 and verse 7, Isaiah. For the Lord will help me, therefore I shall not be confounded. Therefore I have set my face like a flint, and I know that I shall not be ashamed. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 4. 2 Timothy chapter 2 and verse 4. It says, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. He's giving an impression that if you make up your mind that you are a soldier, then you have to adopt the discipline of a military man. Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 1. Hebrews 12 and verse 1. Wherefore, seeing also that we are compassed with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside, say lay aside, every weight and the sin that doth easily beset us, and to run with patience the race that is set before us. There are 2 things he says to lay aside: sin and weight. You can lay aside sin and not lay aside weight. Weight is anything that is unnecessary as far as the journey is concerned. There are many good things in your life you must be able to cut away from. You don't have to cut away from evil things alone. There are many good things that are not profitable for your destiny. Are we together? Yes, sir. There are many good things you are going to have to say no to for the sake of where you are going. Many good things that you will have to say no to. Number 7, and that will lead me into a very important subtopic, and then we'll pray. Are you ready? The 7th point: if you want to actualize destiny, you must develop endurance. You must develop endurance. I will define for you what endurance is. You must develop endurance. Are you ready? I define endurance as the ability to stand and survive pain and pressure while maintaining focus. Endurance, the ability to stand and survive pain and pressure while maintaining focus. Endurance, the ability to stand and survive pain and pressure while maintaining focus. This one key here, dear people of God, if you have 6/7 and this is the key you failed, you will still abort destiny. Strangely. James chapter 1. James chapter 1 from verse 2 and 3. James chapter 1 from verse 2 and 3. My brethren, he says, count it all joy when you fall into diverse temptations, knowing this, verse 3, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. In fact, let's read verse 4. It says, but let patience have her perfect work, that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. Everybody say endurance. There are